Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of Tape Study Series that I am bringing back every Tuesdays and Thursdays. They will be live on marieshadows.substack.com and twitch.tv/Marie_shadows. I'm still getting used to the Twitch address. This is live, so we're just going to keep going with it. Currently, right now, we are going to be watching the NJPW Dog Pound Cage match. I have not seen this match at all. This is from Dantaku of 2025 that just happened this past week. It is currently 5/6/2025. I promise I'll get better at these. For some reason, I just feel like I don't really know what to say. But I know we're going to be watching the main event. This match I was a little worried about because the first Dog Pound Cage match, ended a wrestler's career, aka Alex Coughlin, and basically Aaron Henare almost died in the ring, and I didn't like that because he got busted open so bad that they had to just tape him up to the best of his ability, and his Maori ancestors kept him alive during that match. So the way that New Japan Pro Wrestling does their cage matches are just very barbaric. Very barbaric. New Japan Pro Wrestling and Japan in general need to invest in getting props for whenever they do hardcore matches, for whenever they do cage matches, so that way it's not really, really rough on the guys and it does not just end careers. This one, however, it is a Bullet Club Civil War. We're doing that again. This is what I like to call it. It's a Bullet Club Civil War. It is between Bullet Club War Dogs, which is led by David Finlay, and House of Torture, which is led by Evil. And let me just catch you guys up to speed about this, because man, you can't win all of the predictions that you want to talk about, the predictions that you want to say. So basically, hello? Okay, just really weird. I'm hearing stuff, okay? Again, this is live. It's live. Back in 2020, during the pandemic, basically, okay, I'm gonna just hold these out. Basically, House of Torture was formed in 2020 because, at the time, people were stranded where they were because it was a lockdown season. And the real leader of Bullet Club at the time was Jay White. So Jay White was over here in America while, New Japan Pro Wrestling needed something over there in Japan. And they decided to, tell Evil to take the reins, and he created House of Torture, formed Bullet Club. And when people were able to travel to continue to do work over in New Japan Pro Wrestling, that is when Jay White was over there, and then he had the New Japan Cup, and then the seeds were planted because Jay White did not like what Evil was doing and tried to undermine Bullet Club and trying to kick him out and stuff like that. And Jay White confronted Gato about it, but Gato was like, no, he's not doing that. You are the leader, right? And they never talked about it ever again until now with David Finlay. That's why I give props to David Finlay for following through and making sure that Evil knows where he stands and what's happening. What I don't like is that they have two teams in Bullet Club where it basically is like, why do we need it? Especially during the 5 years that House of Torture was there, they never assimilated their logo with the Bullet Club logo until recently. So after Jay White gets kicked out, after Tama and Loa leave, and after everything disintegrates, House of Torture is still standing underneath the Bullet Club banner. And then when David Finlay takes over and really kicks out Jay White, David Finlay forms his own team called Bullet Club War Dogs, and he took it back to the fundamentals of what Bullet Club is supposed to be. Of when Finn Balor created Bullet Club, that foundation, he took it back to that. He told his War Dogs to bring body and to bring gold, and they were very, very successful in their very first year of forming. And then now New Japan has made them losers, to put it very, very bluntly. And I really hate that they made them losers because it makes no sense. They are the hottest act. They are so over. They are baby faces, unfortunately. Well, they're teetering over to become baby faces. And they're doing, everything right. House of Torture is still doing everything right because they do get a reaction, which is a very good thing. But it wasn't until recently that Evil decided to attack Gabe Kidd after his match with Suji, and Gabe was not able to take the global championship title away from Suji that time. So here comes Evil thinking that, like, House of Torture is gonna be like, yeah, buddy, we're with you, even though you lost. But no, that wasn't the case. Evil and House of Torture decided to beat up Gabe Kidd, and that's how it started. And back and forth, these guys were fighting, and it was about time. However, my first train of thought was that if we're gonna do this right, House of Torture has to leave because, like I said, it makes no sense for them to be there. House of Torture is very, very strong on their own. They could be on their own. They can handle stuff on their own. They do not need to be with Bullet Club at all. They all care about themselves, and they will turn on Bullet Club and any other member without a second thought about it. So I thought that when it came to this dog pound cage match, that automatically, originally, I thought that Bullet Club War Dogs was going to win, right? Because it's time for House of Torture to leave. However, that wasn't the case. They decided to, when I say they, New Japan Pro Wrestling Management decided to invest in House of Torture by giving them a whole new theme song and a fusion of their logo with the Bullet Club logo. And I'm like, yo, nobody invests this much time, effort, and energy into the group 5 years after the fact that myself and some people in the New Japan Pro Wrestling community have been talking about that, House of Torture doesn't wear the Bullet Club logo, so are they really truly Bullet Club? Or that they don't really come out to the Bullet Club song, they don't really do things as Bullet Club. So I thought they were never going to really invest in them, but because they invested in them, my mind shifted and changed, because I was like, if you invest that much time, energy, and effort into a team 5 years after the fact, that means that they have to be winning. Because then why would you do that? What they're going to do now with that new, nice, infused logo, a Bullet Club and House of Torture, what looks pretty cool and pretty sick. They could keep their theme song, which they needed a freaking change. But what are they really going to do with that logo that they got now? Which, by the way, I already know the ending of this. I know who wins. Bullet Club War Dogs win, which is a very good thing. It's a positive thing. And it makes sense because it was Bullet Club Day. And, usually betrayals happen on Bullet Club Day where somebody joins Bullet Club. But Bullet Club don't really lose on Bullet Club Day. But the fact is that threw me for a loop that Bullet Club War Dogs won, just because I thought it was going to be House of Torture winning, because they did a whole new revamp of House of Torture. And I really do think that it was coming down to a time where these guys are going to be leaving just because of how rocky everything is in New Japan Pro Wrestling right now. I went over extensively in 2 different live streams about the United Empire drama and all the dirty laundry that got aired out thanks to TJP. And I'm like, that needs to be covered, because this shouldn't be happening. People should know better. And this shouldn't try to be leverage for anything like that. But right now we're going to be reacting to Bullet Club War Dogs. And when I say reacting to, we're going to be pausing, stopping, talking about it, reacting to it. And I'm so glad that you guys are here with me on marieshadows.substack.com or on twitch.tv Marie_shadows. And for all of my YouTube side, youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast, I will see what I can do, but for the most part, it is currently marieshadows.substack.com for any other tape study series. Tape study series is where we break down professional wrestling matches and or promos, talk about character work and stuff like that. If I'm not watching a video, it will obviously be on all 3. If I am watching the video, it will only be on Substack and Twitch. By the way, just to get some more house stuff out of the way, we do have YouTube memberships. They are live. You guys can go over to youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast /join to get a membership. Super chats can still be given even if I am offline and you like the individual video. It is called thanks. You guys can send that over. You guys can send over a Twitch sub. If you have that Prime sub, that's free for you, free for me. We also do have a Substack sub where like you can upgrade your free subscription of Substack to a paid subscription of Substack. Please do so. Any little thing helps. And there is currently a merch sale over at my Fourth Wall account where you could get 17% off your whole entire purchase for Mother's Day for the whole entire month. So treat yourself, treat your mom, and treat anybody else with that in mind. All right, so let's do this because we have a lot to get through. I'm only gonna skip ahead because you know, these are the entrances and everything. We should get to the actual match. I'm only lowering the volume because it's I rather in Japanese. It is so bright. He's locking the gate. Oh, they're locking they're locking in everybody. Damn. Now we're gonna get like all crazy in this. Locking the door. Oh, you guys barely don't even hear the audio. Red Shoes is just like, what do I do? What do I do with this? Oh, I could just put it up like that. Oh, pretty much. Oh, they threw Clark into the damn cage. He wasn't forced out. He signed the contract to AEW, made his bed, and that's why he got kicked out. Sonata is just walking around like, hey, what do I do? That's all he does. Gabe and Renderita in the middle of the ring. Some chops. Giving him some chops, man, all the way down. Oh, that's honestly, I do not like when people do not protect themselves from chair shots. But if someone just throws a chair shot, like that's one of my favorite things to see, which is weird, but I don't know. There's just something about it. And I guess it was reciprocated. There goes Show with his damn wrench. Here comes Taiji being Taiji. Clark with his damn pounce. Everybody gets in something. Saito suplex. Nice. Nice. By the way, by the way, I don't know what they're doing with Sonata. I really don't. I like Sonata. I like Code Skull Sonata. Sonata's a very good wrestler. He's a very good asset. I just don't know what they were doing. I don't know why they were like, "Hey, I need you to join House of Torture." Like, what? He could have did something great with his team, Just Five Guys, but then betrayed Just Five Guys, and it became Just Four Guys, and then joined Bullet Club. Like, Sonata is not really a a war dog type of character, a war dog type of person. I don't really see him as that. I see him as like his own thing. Cold Skull was like it didn't really have that instinct. Sometimes there's a different level of instinct that David Finlay requires of his war dogs. I don't consider Sonata to have that, but Sonata left Lij, did his own thing, betrayed Just Five Guys, betrayed Bullet Club War Dogs, and I think that was a problem that like they should have never let their guard down at all to have Sonata there. Not at all. Over the rope. What comes around goes around. Spine buster, not bad. Oh, another low blow. Like, come on, man. Why are we giving all low blows to Drilla Maloney? Why? That's a fork. I hated that stuff with Francesca Akira being afraid of a fork, and it's like, bro, you're Italian, like, you know. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put my own commentary over this, just because I just want to. So everybody here is just um beating up on Drilla, stabbing him with a fork. I think that I don't know what's Drilla's obsession with forks. I really don't know what his obsession is with forks. Um, I wonder if I do this that um they took out the turnbuckle. Oh wait, no, turnbuckles have already been out. Man, they're so quick with it. Um, yeah, Drilla is already bleeding. More forks digging. Throwing him right into. Damn, David got thrown into the turnbuckle. Are they gonna put a fork on? Man, Dick Togo's helping. Yudro's out there. Um, man, forks everywhere. Forks everywhere. I have no idea who's in there. Someone got hit with the turnbuckle. Now just biting. I guess you could definitely say now that Sonata's code skull, you know, biting people while they're bleeding. Clark is out there. Right now, House of Torture is taking advantage of Bullet Club War Dogs. Um, you know, I've always noticed that what is it? House of Torture is very good with like the numbers game. It feels like they always have the advantage with the numbers game. But when it comes to like other people, they don't, but later on they get the advantage. Um and of course we have to get like a chain in, some choking in. You know, of course we do. A fisherman suplex by Evil. Try to get the first pinfall. If someone gets a pin, they end the match. Um, and right now it's just pickings because that's exactly what they're doing. They're obviously like, you know, no tags or anything like that. Did we need this? Not really. Do I think that this should have been like spaced out some more? Probably. But sometimes when New Japan Pro Wrestling does like those multi-man matches leading up to something this big, it does like take a toll. Where it's like, you know, way too much going on. Right now we have Gabe and Ren Narita battling each other, and he just drove him into the table. They have a history too, a violent history. They bring the best out of each other. They bring I guess, the best violence, wrestling violence out of each other. Um, but they put on some really good matches, some interesting matches. And Ren Narita is such a sly wrestler, man, such a sly wrestler. Um, I can't believe that they decided to make Drilla like the one that takes all the beating. This is classic New Japan and classic House of Torture as well. Like other people in New Japan Pro Wrestling does this kind of stuff. But yeah, man, I guess Drilla has to be the one to get, you know, the beatings, but here comes the rest of Bullet Club War Dogs to stop it. And here comes Clark with his spear. I love the way that Clark spears. Okay, there is some life back into Bullet Club War Dogs right now as they go and help out their buddy. Here comes Gabe bleeding. And now we have the corner post and one in the middle to just rain down some fists on House of Torture. Um, watching this, I'm a little calm watching this just because it's not gonna, it might end up getting a little crazier. Like I said, this is my first time watching it, my first time reaction to it. And I know you guys are not hearing the commentary, but I'm doing commentary over it. But, I'm a little calmer watching this one. The first ever dog pound cage match between Bullet Club War Dogs and United Empire. Nobody knew what to expect when that happened. Nobody knew at all. And obviously, we set up for the spot. Like the cameraman could have been a little bit better, but I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. This is a suplex. New Japan Pro Wrestling. It is not a brainbuster. It is a suplex in the corner rope on the second turnbuckle, a suplex that took everybody out, that looked fantastic. And thankfully, everybody stood there to catch everybody to make sure that everybody was good. Because you want to make sure that your opponent is good, because Wrestling 101 dictates that, you have to look out for your teammates. And now everybody's down. It's a breather. And, again, this is from New Japan Pro Wrestling Dantaku. This was on Bullet Club Day. It's just one of those things that I wish that sometimes some stories could be dragged out a little bit more, because there's a lot to explore with something like, Bullet Club versus House of Torture. There's something to explore rather than trying to quickly make the story and quickly do that through multi-man tag matches. I'm just gonna pause right here for a second, but that's why when you're watching AEW and I think maybe 2 weeks in a row or like on a consistent basis, you would see the graphics where there's like multi-man matches where there's like four versus four, so you have like an 8-man multi-match. AEW just copies New Japan Pro Wrestling, and when you include the Young Bucks and when you include Kenny Omega, you basically copy New Japan Pro Wrestling. And yes, there is story whenever it comes to the multi-man matches, because I can point out to be like, okay, we're having these multi-man matches because this wrestler has an issue with this wrestler, therefore this is why they're wrestling in this match, and this other wrestler has an issue with these two wrestlers, and this is what happened. And you can definitely tell a little bit of the story within these multi-man matches. Sometimes they, on paper, it does look like, why are they there, why are we doing multi-man matches, but there is story there. However, it's just one of those things of like, if you start off with a multi-man match, right, then it's one of those things of like, well, then where's the story? Why are you starting off with a multi-man match? You build up to these multi-man matches that they have. But like I said, I'm starting to see now and realize that multi-man matches aren't as effective as I thought they were back in the day when I, really heavily like went all in with New Japan Pro Wrestling by watching everything and talking about everything and creating content and pushing that out as fast. Now I'm realizing that like maybe multi-man matches aren't as useful in terms of storytelling as I once thought. And of course, I'm going to let you know now that my mindset for that is going to change from time to time, and I'm going to allow myself to change that type of thought pattern from time to time. And that does not mean that I am a hypocrite, because at one point you can think like this works, but then after a while when you're seeing it in action, you might start to feel differently about it, and that's totally fine. It's just that sometimes people on the internet don't know the definition of a hypocrite. You would have to really like change your beliefs, like your really hardcore beliefs, into something else. And it's basically the concept of like, I should tell you not to do something, that I don't do, but in the same breath be like, oh, I'm gonna do it anyway, and then when it gets found out, it's like that's a hypocrite. You told me not to do something, but you're doing it, on your own. But yeah, I just want to mention that and make that clear that like the multi-man matches eventually do help, but I don't think they help overall looking at it. But as we see here, Clark has the bat. Let's see what he does. Everybody is busted open except for like most House of Torture members, and I wonder like why that is. Sonata grabbing a kendo stick. Well, you don't bring a kendo stick to a baseball fight, man. You don't. Oh wait, that's not. Wait, who did I say? Oh, that's not Sonata. I'm so sorry. That is Kanemaru. Taking a little too much time, buddy. Show always comes in and ruins things. Now, there's the advantage. House of Torture taking care of everybody. We got a chair shot against Clark's back. Oh my god. Oh, a reverse neck breaker. I'll take it because that shit could have ended badly. We're going for a pin, but no, we're still in this. We're still in this, guys. An unprotected chair shot. Why? Why did Taiji Ishimori take an unprotected chair shot? This guy's in his 40s. Don't do that. Don't do that. Rescue's checking on everybody. People are still down. Clark right now, man, getting choked out. Oh, but the miscommunication. Clark is holding his own. Rescues get out the way. We're gonna do that spear again. Get up, guys. Shit. A double. Seriously, I like the way that Clark Connors does that. Excuse me. Taiji is up. Taiji is gonna... Everybody has to get into position. Oh, look, it's Gato. Gato for the save. Japanese fans gotta move out the way. Oh, he's busted open too? And he lands on his feet. This motherfucker. Everybody is busted open in Bullet Club. I think... Damn, freaking Evo over here grabbed the shillelagh. It looks mad weird. Like, you don't grab another man's shillelagh, even though that sounds mad weird coming from me. But, like, David, everybody misjudges David so much. I have no idea what it is. Even I like have misjudged David, but David does really good storytelling. He's a really good wrestler. And he knows what he's doing. And him against Evil is really good. Evil is a good character. And I know that when my buddy listens to this, he's going to be like, no, Marie, you're wrong. But Evil is a really good character. He knows what he's doing. It's just that sometimes I think that the whole shenanigan thing is way, 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 way too much. And here we go for, I believe it has to be like Into Oblivion. Is that Into Oblivion or is that the other one? I'm surprised that Evil caught it. Everything is evil. No, that's blocked into a gun stun that looked amazing. It looked amazing. Seriously, when professional wrestling is done right, it's amazing. That is, I think that one's into Oblivion. Oh, of course, you gotta take a ref bump. You gotta pull the ref out the ring. Like I said, Ren Narita is a very sly wrestler, and I really do like Ren Narita. He's a really good wrestler. He's a really good storyteller. He's so good. He has a lot of very good moments in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But yeah, so far this dog pound cage match is very, very calm. I was thinking it was gonna be super chaotic, like the first one. But again, the first one we did not know what to expect. Everybody felt like they were out to, destroy each other so much. This one doesn't feel as urgent to destroy each other because they're probably like, yo, the first one was so bad. Let's try not to do that over here. So that's what I think happened. Um, Trying to get that table into position. Like seriously, why doesn't Japan invest in props? Like why don't you do that? Um, oh, powder, of course, you know. Oh, damn, that's the fastest that Dick Togo ever got in there. What? And Dick Togo, I don't even know how old he is. How? Wait, I gotta look this up on my phone. Um, Dick, poor Finley, man. Dick Togo is 55. What? Dick Togo is 65, and did you guys see how quick he got into the damn cage? When he's not supposed to be in there. Yo, is that who's that? Um Gato? Oh my god, this is amazing. This is super cool. Um just falls down. Finley here with some energy. Gato, what are you doing? No one better push Gato into the damn. Oh, what? Gato's gonna he's going to crash into the table? What? The... but the table doesn't break. Oh my god, but that's a cool moment. Gato can have that. Gato can have that moment, even though the table didn't break. It was very miscalculated. Gato right now looks like he's questioning life. All right. Gato can have that moment. Uh these guys, man, all for the love of the sport, man. All for the love of the sport. Um Here comes Udro with the chain. Man. Uh uh oh. Oh, he broke the shillelagh. Oh. That oh my god. I So is Evil a vampire hunter now because he broke the shillelagh and now he has a stake? Like nobody in this match are vampires, by the way. Um, Evil with the chain, man. Like, I just don't. Man, you just want to protect the people that that basically you enjoy. Um, you really do. You just want to protect the people that you enjoy watching and stuff like that. Evil takes way too many liberties. Um, Way too many liberties. But it's totally okay, right? I mean, Evil gets away with a lot of shit in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He got away with calling himself the president. He got away with like the whole Thomas situation and shit, you know. Here comes Drilla after like resting for like ever. And then these two with this thing of like the guitar. So I saw somebody online say that, is Sonata trying to pull like a Jeff Jarrett kind of vibe and a gimmick, and I'm like, I don't even know, man. But I don't even know how I feel anymore about like having guitars in matches and using it as a weapon and whatnot. But I still think that New Japan Pro Wrestling definitely sees what WWE is doing, and they want their own Seth Rollins. And they were like, Sonata, become Seth Rollins for us and dress in all these ridiculous outfits and bring a guitar and become like a traveling man. And this is what you're gonna be. You're gonna be a traveling man. You are no longer a scary ass motherfucker in the ring. You are a cold. You're no longer Cold Skull. You're gonna be a traveling man. Um, oh my god, we're gonna do Death Valley. Oh my god. Man, poor Drilla. His poor back. Just taking that bump through a table and Sonata just being like, I'm done, guys. I'm done. Everybody is crawling, everyone is bleeding, everyone is tired. Um, you know, Ren Narita and Gabe Kidd here, uh, just amazing all around. Trading forearms. Like we needed a fight in this, and we got a fight. Um, Biting each other, I guess, sort of, yeah. Like that's a dude's blood. Headbutts, man, that headbutt took him down. But he gotta like be careful with headbutts. All right, so what are we gonna do? That is the most powerful rebound lariat I've seen. Oh, that's a barbed wire table. I was like, why does the table look so warped? But it's barbed wire. It is barbed wire. I guess real barbed wire. I mean, they don't know about props for some odd reason. I don't know why they don't know about props. Um they should know about props. But then again, if we ever look at the history of Japan, I don't even uh they don't even, I don't even know they have like circuses. They probably do. There goes Ren Narita with a face full of blood. Which is plausible by going out there. There's like many stuff out there, but like you could tell that, you know, he decided to bleed. Um, which sometimes when wrestlers bleed in a match, it can make or break the match. It can make or break the story, and it can make or break the character. But like I think that this whole entire match had the right amount of blood in it, the right amount of like violence in it. I'm definitely happy with the match, just because of like it wasn't like the first one. The first one I have not brought myself to watch it, but I do think like if we ever needed to go back and revisit this one sometime later, then I'll be okay watching it. But the first one, man, like that, the first one is like an extreme maybe, for me to do that. But yeah, man, very very interesting how this one is and how this one feels compared to the first one. And now we're gonna do a suplex through this table of barbed wire. Red Shoes should just be like, I'm gonna stand here in the corner. You guys need me. You guys gonna pin. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. There's blood on the camera, which those little details are kind of fun. And sometimes people on the internet would be like, oh well, if you like the blood here, how come you don't like the women bleeding? And it's because most of the time the women don't need to bleed to be on the same level as the men. um oh, okay, so yeah, it was that jumping power driver, and this should be the end. Okay, a couple of things, um which I gotta put these back on because Okay. A couple of things that I noticed is that they had Gabe Kidd get the victory, have the pin for this match, which is kind of interesting because even though he has been feuding with Ren Narita on his own, the one guy that truly took it from like 0 to 100 to send the message was Evil. Do I think Gabe Kidd should have pinned Evil? No. Gabe Kidd getting the victory in this can do different things. It can set up for the future that he might take over Bullet Club if he decides to stay with New Japan Pro Wrestling and David decides to go somewhere else. But in my opinion, right? Because, eventually I would love to interview all of Bullet Club War Dogs. But in my opinion, I don't consider Gabe Kidd to be a leader. If I was part of Bullet Club War Dogs, I would not really follow his lead. If David, is still there and I was, part of Bullet Club War Dogs, I will follow David. There are just certain things or certain like personalities that can tell you who's a leader, who's not a leader. And, Gabe Kidd and some of the fan base can think that Gabe will be good for a leadership role, but Gabe Kidd is good for being a soldier and being next to you, more than being a leader. Just because of his hot temper. You don't really want a leader that's always going to be a hot temper, even if like he has the best intentions. And this is for like character building. This is for story building. You can always sort of be like, we could test it out. We could try it out. But everything that like David has done has been calculated. I do think like the setup and the lead up to having this wasn't really calculated, but we'll let it slide. I just think for me on a story standpoint that it wasn't calculated. Everything else was calculated that like Bullet Club War Dogs have done in like their career. I just don't think this was calculated. But for Gabe Kidd to secure the victory and out House of Torture, it could definitely tell you about power structure, because obviously Evil is the leader, and then you have Dick Togo right next to him being like his wise man, if you want to say that. And Ren Narita and Show, in terms of like their role and place in House of Torture, while I consider them to be soldiers, I don't know why my brain wants to be like they're definitely not the weakest link, but those are the two that you will consider scoundrels. Now, other people might consider like Yujiro and Kanemaru to be the scoundrels, but those are the guys that you have with you in the bar fight. That that, even though they might run away or whatnot, but like that you could call on them, but you send the two scoundrels out, Sho and Ren Narita, to take care of business because they're gonna do it in a very sly way, in a way where you're not gonna see it coming, because there were a couple of times that Ren Narita over here did some moments in New Japan Pro Wrestling on how he got victories that were very genius. And Sho is also a genius too. So I consider them scoundrels. So because you have the soldier of David Finlay, like right-hand man, Gabe Kidd, I'm just probably going to say it that way, defeat Ren Narita, that power dynamic is there. Ren Narita put up a good fight. Gabe put up a good fight, but Gabe's heart and passion just drives him a little bit more. I'm not saying that like Ren Narita doesn't have the same passion or whatever, but Gabe's resolve in him gets him to the other side. Basically makes him power up uh, into a very fierce warrior that no matter what, he's gonna believe that he's gonna win. He's gonna do everything in his power to win. And this is what he knows. He knows that, it's an all out war, it's an all out battle. He's gonna use everything to his advantage. And he just has a slight edge on everybody else because he believes that so wholeheartedly. If we look at Gabe Kidd as a character, and as a layered, flawed character, but his passion for wrestling, his passion for violence, his passion for taking care of his family the same way that his family took care of him during his time in need during the pandemic, and his mental health and all that. Like, all that shit drives him to be better than everybody else, and he believes that he's better than everybody else. And that's why him getting the victory means a lot more against Ren Narita, because these two guys went back and forth. He went after, a scoundrel, and the scoundrel thinks that they can get the one up on somebody who has stared death into the face and like came back, and like beat that shit up. But yeah, let's see what Gabe has to say. Let me make sure that the audio is still on the same thing. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, evil, evil. This is okay. I don't. I mean, okay. Okay. I skipped ahead because Jesus, evil, Jesus, and um, just for making sure things go over smoothly while I'm on these platforms, like evil. As much as I put over evil, and it'd be hilarious if somebody can tell evil that Marie Shadows puts you over, but then you do shit like this that can, like, flag my shit. Oh my god, dude. Uh Evil, you, man, this obviously calls for me calling Evil a son of a bitch just because of that shit. Okay, so I just fast forwarded for you guys. I know you guys are gonna watch this on the replay and you guys wondering what happened. Evil decided to handcuff David Finlay to the damn cage, decided to put the dog collar around him. And as you know, if you're a fan of wrestling, dog collar matches is like one dog collar match here, there's a chain, and there's the other dog collar match, and the other dog collar, and they got to put it on their neck and whatnot. And that is what is a dog collar kind of thing going on. But he threw the leash over the damn cage so that way he could get, pulled a little bit. So I just fast forwarded because this fucker, like, not everything is safe on the internet. Um uh, and it's supposed to be professional wrestling. Evil. This is the first time that Evil has me stressed out. Fucking Evil. God. But yes, it will be funny if like someone like tells Evil and translates for him that this motherfucker is stressing me out. So they got him out. So let's just see this. Man. Oh, I see. Exactly, dude. Like, I love that. The day is for the dogs. So now it's on, man. Like, I'm all for the dog collar match. Like, Evo, your fucking days are numbered. And I see, like, I see what Evo was talking about. Fucking David over here. I see. I see. All right.
Every dog has its day, Walker. This is theirs.
They're so over. And to get the crowd to go with you.
They wanted to try and take it from us. They wanted to try and take it from us. How can you take it from us when this is our fucking life? This is the house that we built. We made Bullet Club popping. This is the #1 Bullet Club, and you want to take it from us? You will say thank you. You will say fucking thank you. I don't give a fuck. AJ, Kenny, Jay, fuck all of them. This is the Bullet Club right now.
Is he wrong? No. Because even though I enjoyed Jay White's Bullet Club, because you guys could go back in my archive and like listen to me basically praise Jay White's Bullet Club until they decided to kick out Tama, and I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Basically, when David Finlay took over, he brought it back to the foundation of Bullet Club of when Finn Balor decided to start Bullet Club. So the Finn Balor spirit is within Bullet Club War Dogs. And I think that that really ignited a new love of Bullet Club, even though people are like, yo, Bullet Club ran its course, Bullet Club needs to go. And like trying to compare it to like NWO days and being like, yo, NWO, basically died out and whatnot, but they made poor decisions. That's why, what is it? NWO died out. They made poor decisions, in my opinion. But Gabe Kidd is totally right that, all the other leaders, they did what they had to do, but David Finlay with his War Dogs together as a unit basically restored the feeling, if I should say, for Bullet Club.
This is the #1 Bullet Club that has ever been. Fuck Suji, Uemura. We are saving this company every day. And if you ain't down with that, then you ain't my dog for real.
I don't know about that. I just think that, he could say that. It's just, I just don't see it. I don't see New Japan being saved right now because they are with AEW and this one-sided partnership. Like, they could try all they want to push that, they're going to save it. And I hope that they do. I really do. I hope that they do. I want New Japan to survive. But it just doesn't look like they're going to survive if they're going to continue to make the decisions that they're currently making and be on the same route that they're currently doing. And there's no fucking change. No change at all. And if you guys have been following me for the longest, you guys know what kind of change needs to come around. Break away from AEW, that's one. Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead. Are we going to go straight into...
Bullet Club past is not beating Bullet Club present and future. Bullet Club, but said.
Okay, so hold on.
Bullet Club
The
Let's go to the
absence of evil
backstage.
before he stormed out of the
Let's go to the backstage comments.
building here, trying to hang David Finlay from the cage.
Well done, boys. Well done, boys. Hey, Gabe. My dog. Nah, not Gabe. My dogs. This is the best fucking unit in the world. Hell yeah. In the world. Yes. I'm gonna be honest with you though. We walked in that cage match once again and we walked out victorious once again. I should be happy. I should be ecstatic, but I'm not fucking satisfied. Evil, you walked out of there. I did not achieve my goal. You walked out. You have the audacity to break my shillelagh. You have the audacity to put a collar around my neck and try and choke me the fuck out. Are you stupid? Are you crazy? You snap my shillelagh, I will snap your fucking neck. So here's what we're gonna do. You wanna play these kind of games? I can play those games too, bitch. Next time I see you, I'm gonna tie one of these bad boys around you as well. We connect each other with the chain, and we go to fucking war. Me versus you in a dog collar match, bitch. Good luck walking out of that, motherfucker.
Let's go. Fucking Gato. Gato, man.
How damn chords taste, bitch boy. Huh? How you like that fucking tune I just played over your fucking head? Your blood ain't cold, your blood is bitch. And the whole fucking world just seen it.
Damn, dude.
Bitch, little face.
Your blood ain't cold. Your blood is bitch. Damn. Damn.
I don't need to shout anymore. I done all the shouting out there. But let it be known, this is the greatest fucking Bullet Club that there has ever been. We are the ones saving New Japan. We are the ones getting pro wrestling popping. There is no more that needs to be said. So my dog Clark, I think you got something to say, my dog. Because they said it all. This ain't just my dogs. This is my family. We just showed the world exactly why. We damn dogs for really! Give me a fucking beer. Give me a fucking beer right now. Give me a fucking beer.
That was perfection. That really was perfection. And when I say perfection, I mean like Gabe's character has finally come back to the way that it was. It took a little detour by, going to AEW and just doing whatever, but like that was how you cut a promo. That's how you grow in your character. And he's totally right that he doesn't have to scream. He does all the screaming out there. And both like the whole entire group gets wrestling popping. That whole entire group brings back wrestling and like brings back emotion, and we get caught up in like everything that's happening. So he's totally right. And I love that wrestlers, if you believe in what you say, people are going to believe with you. If you do not believe in what you're saying and you're just saying it just to say it because you're going through the motions, then you have to like rethink about everything. But they're totally right. Like, this is why I love Bullet Club War Dogs. This is why I support Bullet Club War Dogs. This is why I would love to interview almost every member of Bullet Club War Dogs when they have the time to get interviewed. It's one of those things that I believe in it. And I would tell the world that Bullet Club is still around. Like, I don't think at one point I thought that maybe it could have been time for Bullet Club to be done, just because of how everything is happening. I just don't like the fact that nobody in Bullet Club War Dogs has a title belt. They are the hottest attraction going, and it's like, why are they on this like losing streak? Why are they on this like weird little side venture when they should be taking over everything? Where one of them should be challenging Goto for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship title. Why are we getting Zack Sabre Jr. again? Why does Zack Sabre Jr. get another title shot at Resurgence? Why? There's no point for that to happen. And then after whoever wins gets to fight Shingo, and you know you're gonna have Goto versus Shingo. Are we going to do David Finlay versus Goto? Like, why it's, I know Finlay has to deal with what do you call it, with Evil, and he put out the dog collar match, and obviously it gets accepted and whatnot. I know he has to finish that story, but then are we going to let him get a title shot against Goto? Because right now Bullet Club War Dogs need to get some gold under the belt. If this was before what do you call it, their downward spiral and the House of Torture feud, if this was before, I would say that they really don't need championship titles, because they sometimes, depending on the story, depending on what they're doing, they feel bigger than the titles. But right now they need something to solidify that they're changing the game, to solidify that they're going to take over New Japan Pro Wrestling, to solidify that, like, they are the top dogs. They are the War Dogs. You go through them before you go through anybody else. Let me see if there's anything else we need to watch before I wrap anything up, especially pertaining to the main events. I mean, House of Torture probably said some stuff, but I think we're good. Um, oh, that was 3 years ago. I think we're good. Um, like Bullet Club winning. I guess I'll say this. Um, uh, I will tell you right after I am. Oh, I'll just. Um, I am going to pivot because XX Naomi 12 joined the chat. Thank you for joining the chat right here on twitch.tv/Marie_shadows while I'm talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't really have a pick for Lyra versus Becky. Um, I'm just going to let it play out for whoever wins that match. However, whoever needs it, Lyra needs the victory, if that helps. But yeah, so overall, the dog pound cage match was very, very good. It wasn't like before, like I said, and I really do think that you know, it is what it is for the Bullet Club versus House of Torture. I know I'm probably forgetting something. Um, if you guys want, there is a question that I would like some answers, whether you see this on the VOD or on marieshadows.substack.com. Do you think that Evil should have bled in this match? Because I was asked that, and I was like, I don't think Evil needs to bleed in his matches, because people could just like beat the shit out of him, and that'll be, easy. But other than that, I don't think he needs to bleed. However, in the upcoming dog collar match, I do think that he should bleed with David Finlay in that match. So down in the comments below, let me know if you think that Evil should have bled during this cage match, or if he should bleed in the dog collar match. There's no more backstage comments to really like talk about and look at. But like I said, for a tape study series, I wanted to go over as a first time reaction to watching the dog pound cage match of New Japan Pro Wrestling. As always, over on the YouTube side of things, youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast, there are YouTube memberships and super chats as well. If you are here on twitch.tv/Marie_Shadows, if you have that Prime sub, you can send that Prime sub over. Which basically, if you send the Prime sub, not only is that a win-win for both of us, but you also get no ads. And then over on marieshadows.substack.com, which is my newsletter for everything professional wrestling, for like breakdowns, interviews, podcast episodes, talking a little bit about MOW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, maybe AEW by way of New Japan Pro Wrestling, some WWE stuff. I have some stuff planned coming up. I have some really cool videos coming up, and the newsletter is basically where you can get extra wrestling content from me as well, and also get a membership there too if you can. And there is a merch sale going on over at Fourth Wall, where you can get 70% off for the month of May, for Mother's Day, for the whole entire month. Other than that, Thursday, I do not know what's going to be planned for Thursday. I do plan to do another tape study series. Oh wait, Thursday is planned. Thursday is when we're going to watch the main event of Dontaku Night 2, where it is Callum Newman versus Goto for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship title. We're going to be reacting to that, a very first time reaction. And let's see how far Callum Newman has come, because I have been very critical of Callum Newman. And then we'll see what happens after the fact and whatnot. The VODs and the stuff will be up on marieshadows.substack.com. So sign up for the free newsletter. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream of the tape study series where we watched the dog pound cage match. Let me know your thoughts about the cage match. This one was a little bit more calmer than the first one, and I really did enjoy it. And I know that it is a work day and it's very early for people to join, but let's see if we can get this rolling. I'm very, 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 very thankful of all of my community. I'm very thankful for everybody else. I'm thankful for people who came in and asked questions. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. I really do enjoy our chats and talking about professional wrestling. I guess I'll get better at these like goodbyes. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let's have a conversation about it. There's a lot more storytelling that can be happen with everybody included. But yeah, I'm Marie Shadows of the Square Circle Podcast. Thank you for tuning in for a episode of Tape Study Series, where we broke down and watched together the NJPW Dontaku Night 1, the dog pound cage match that featured Bullet Club War Dogs versus House of Torture. I'll see you guys next time.